Hi, Crazy Polaroid. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much for your donation as well. It's highly appreciated. I can see this black stuff on the screen. I don't know why it's always like that, but I'm going to wait a little bit for it to clear up because it usually does. Sorry for the delay. Okay, pardon me, please. Right. Okay. Do you see? Okay, so that black stuff is off. Thank God. Um, so let's get straight into your question. I was actually trying to also. No, no, no. You didn't miss anything. I was just trying to apologize for taking your time like that and wasting some time. Just when just when you donated, I realized I had to use the bathroom. Okay, so yes, and I was also trying to tap into the energy behind your question, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So let's look at your question. Let's look at your question. Um, Before that, let me just check if Akpayemi was able to donate. I don't see her anywhere. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use. um, this is going to be the first deck I'm going to use to just look into the energy. And all right, I'm going to use this unknown situation oracle deck as well because this is a very intuitive card, right? So it's not just a card you use to just, if you don't know how to tap in, you cannot use this card. So whatever you see on this deck is not, you know, may not be what I'm getting, but I'm just going to use it to look into the situation for you. Now hold on. So also I have this deck, money and job. Okay. And this one talks about dark confession of the soul. These are all intuitive decks, so no matter what is written on there, I'm just going to use it to look into the energy for you. let's go back to your question. Your question was, are my coworkers Lexus and Daryl trying to get me fired? Okay, let's look into that. Are your coworkers? So first of all, I'm going to use this. So are your coworkers trying to get you fired? Lexus and Daryl. Is Lexi a lady? Lexus, is she a lady? Ooh, okay. So the first card you have here is strategy. All right. This already tells me that there is a plan. Okay. So this card actually is the card, my card for when somebody is actively thinking about you, and not just thinking about you, trying to devise means to deceive you, or get something that has to do with you, get something from you or deceive you. So strategy already confirms that something is going on. All right. And I also get that I'm also getting that I think maybe your protection kicked in. Like, you were not supposed to experience that, you were not supposed to actually notice what they were doing, but you were able to notice, like, that just happened because you were protected, and whatever force that is protecting you wanted you to see. Okay. Barry texted me about his rent being $882. I ignored it. Why are you telling me? And yes, I do. Even yes, I do. I even record my work and what I do now, because I have a deep feeling, but I don't know. All right. You see this? Look at this. This says toxic work environment, but hold on, this is not the only message here. So, um, um, interesting. This is not the only message I'm getting, but just hold on. So just hold on. This says toxic work environment, right? So you have this card. Okay. And you know what? Since I bought this deck, I've never pulled this card before, because I've never even used it to actually do a reading like this. All right, so let's see. Why is this workplace toxic? Why is it toxic? Why is this workplace toxic? Interesting. So you have this card here. So this card says weekend sale. Weekend sale, men, women up to 7% off. Okay. So this energy is actually the energy or where you get something. I don't know how to put it. This is like something coming towards you easy. Okay, something coming towards you easy. what people labored to get, you just get it on a platter of gold. Okay, so that may be the jealousy around here. Okay, so if you're getting stuff like maybe you're being favored above other people in that workplace, then I feel like um, there is there may be jealousy from there because of that, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's see what the unknown deck says. What are they planning? So, what are Dario and Lexus planning against? What are they planning against crazy Polaroid here? What are they planning? What are their plans here? What are they being strategic about? All right, so let's get into your reading. All right. So are they planning to get you fired? Yes, 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 yes. They are planning to get you fired. There is this talk behind your back of, oh, she thinks she's better than us. Okay, maybe like the way you carry yourself, the way you do stuff makes them jealous. Maybe they feel like you easily get things more than them, or your life is easier than their life. Okay, um so there is a talk of you getting things easy, you thinking that you're better than them, and this is just jealousy energy. You have the Seven of Wands. Okay, and you have the um, um, Queen of Cups, which this is you, right? So they are actually jealous of what you are, right? What you are, the fact that you know you may have loving environment, you may have people who care about you, you may get favor or get things easily, well, from their perspective. And the way you carry yourself make them feel like you think you better. But I feel like that is just jealousy talking, if that makes sense. Okay. So there is also like, I feel like the way you carry yourself, the way you're quiet, you stay quiet, maybe you mind your business, that makes them feel like you think you're better, if that makes sense, right? So they are looking for, actually what they want to do, they are looking for something to use to report you. Okay, so they're looking for a way to report you, maybe about your work and all that stuff, so that you will get fired. Yes. Okay, so that's the talk that is going on behind you. And with this card, So this card is, it says the invincible barrier. So the invincible barrier, okay, breaking down invisible barriers and welcoming new horizons, okay. But what these people don't know is that you're protected, and your protection is the reason why you saw that incident, okay. They may, you know, they can easily hide it from you and all that stuff, but that happened because you are protected. You were guided to see it, okay, so that you will know that those people are after you. All right. So toxic work environments. So if you look at this energy, you see somebody putting on, a nose, and this looks like oxygen, right? So meaning that the air around is toxic and can even kill. Okay, so this energy can represent an energy of an ending, or energy of an ending in a situation. Okay, so yes, these are people that are planning to terminate your job. Okay, but I feel like they will not get it easy because you are protected. All right. um and I feel like whatever they are planning will be neutralized with the two of with the two of swords coming out as the outcome. They will be neutralized. Their plans will never go through. That's just what I see. Okay, because whatever you have, whatever you are, okay, you're more than them. Energetically, you are more. You're deeply intuitive, you have protection, you know, you have spirit guides, and it's not going to be easy for these people to bring you down. Okay. So they may plan all they want, but it's not going to work. I literally don't, I just naturally stay to myself, and I don't trust people. Yeah, that's why I record my work and also text the head, manager authority. So it won't work. So yeah, that's what I see around your workplace. Will their plan work? Will I end up losing my job? Okay. Will you end up losing your job? Will you end up losing your job? So you have vacation, and under the deck you have benefits. All right. So employ you have employee benefits. Have you been getting favors from the bosses? Have you been getting favors from the bosses? Because you have the Knight of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, um, and then you have the Justice card. All right. So I don't see you. I don't see you losing your job. I do not see you losing your job at all. Okay. Instead, I see like favors coming towards you. All right. So you did pull this vacation card, employment benefits, and all that, and all these good energies. Okay. And then you pull the energy of justice. Justice card is the card of balance. Okay. Is a card that, so once this comes out, it means that everybody's going to get their reward. You're going to get your reward according to your deeds. Okay. Meaning that you're not going to lose your job. You are, if you've been working, if you've been working, if your work has been good, you've been hardworking, the bosses will actually take note of your hard work, and instead they will give you benefits, okay, or even a promotion. All right. So it means that this is you living your life, earning money, living your life the way you choose to live your life. Okay. This is you having, your own personal time and enjoying yourself from the money, using the money that you actually earned. Okay. So I do not see you losing your job. Instead, I see, good things coming towards you for your job. And whoever is trying to plan, make you lose your job will not succeed. Okay. So if, you have some colleagues that are against you, you also have invisible help in that office. There are other people who are not against you as well. Okay, so that plan will not work. All right, let me just say that spiritually you are protected, and from what I'm seeing here, let me just give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you have a spirit guide, or you have spirit guides, which I feel like you do. Okay, when you go to work, there are, should I say ancestral spirits? I don't know what they are, but you don't see them, right? But there are spiritual beings that follows you to work, and they stay there, and they work. It's like they work there. They behave like they are your, it might sound weird, but they behave like they are your employees. Sorry, they are your colleagues at work. Okay. So in the spiritual sense, energetic sense, you have other colleagues that you don't see, and those ones are for you. So when the ones in the physical try to pull you down, okay, there are the ones in the spiritual that cancels it out. That is like, that's like your protection. Okay, they follow you to work. So just be confident, and whatever they are planning is not going to work. Spiritually, energetically, when they were having that conversation, your spirit team were there with them, but they don't know. Okay, so I'm just laughing because whatever they are going to plan against you, if they like, they can plan from now till next year, and it will not work. Those energies that are around you will cancel it out, and that is why I only see benefits coming towards you, at your job. Okay, and if you get things easy, it's because you have these energies around you. You have these energies around you that make things easier for you. So even though, it may be difficult for other people, it may not be as difficult for you, because there are protection that even work on some of your bosses. Okay, if maybe you've had random favors, that is the reason why you got it. Okay, so this same energy is going to make sure that what you deserve come towards you. So you don't need to be scared. And about um, that guy, what's his name again? The Dario, okay? He has been trying to manipulate you into an emotional trap. Yeah. He has been trying to kind of lure you into that energy of, he's been trying to, manipulate you, okay? Lure you into that energy of feeling like you need to be responsible for him. You need to feel obligated to do some stuff for him. Okay, also testing you if you would take on his burdens. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? How funny is that? How stupid it is to think that somebody is going to take up your burden, somebody that has nothing to do with you. Okay, so it's funny, it sounds funny to me. Yeah. So um he's trying to create a scenario where he can later say, where he can use against you. Okay, later say, oh, she didn't help, or she owes me something emotionally. So if you had given him that energy of, maybe you started talking to him, or you started having some dealings with him, or maybe you helped him in any way, he would have used that as a proof against you that you were actually running after him or emotionally tied to him, and either you led him on or he used you or something like that. So creating that kind of slanderous energy. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't just an innocent talk. Okay. Hello T, thank you so much for your donation. It's highly appreciated. Like, I only talk to him if I feel like I'm not trying to be rude, but respectfully. I don't care what he has going on. We don't even talk. I don't get close to any of them. I noticed, like, I just ignored it. Interesting. So you can actually like do like some cleansing if you know how to do cleansing, or like put a protection around you, okay? Or although you already have protection, right? But you can also just do an extra protection, like an extra protection that doubles up as like a back to sender, so that whatever energy that is being sent to you will be resent to the right person, okay? So that's for your second question. I hope that helps. Can I possibly get love messages from Daniel? Yeah. So love messages from Daniel to you. What love message does Daniel wants to send to you? You have this um lovers card here on that deck. Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Okay. Responsibilities. I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. Values. We'll have too many differences. And you have this card, irreplaceable, says the way you love can never be matched. And you have Three of Cups, and that was clarified by the Judgment card. All right. So the message it wants you to get, or the message, whatever is thinking that you don't know about, is the fact that it's beginning to realize how deep his feelings are for you. Okay. So his feelings are deep for you, and because of that, he always thinks about you. Okay. He didn't really realize the fact that he actually had such deep feelings for you until there was this distance. Okay. And the distance had made him to be able to think clearly and to know, you know, where his real feelings lies. Okay. So he has been able to gain clarity, and I'll tell you at the end of the reading why this clarity came towards him. Okay. So apart from the fact that he has, or is realizing that, you know okay, let's talk about these two cards first. So apart from getting clarity of the fact that he feels deeply for you. Okay, he is realizing that you actually mean a lot to him, that you are irreplaceable, you're unique. All right, your energy heals him, your energy makes him happy, your energy makes him face the world, boldly. Okay, makes him happier, makes him, whatever other things he's going through in his life. Your energy, you being around him, makes him feel like he can face the world, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's still the same energy the cards are saying. The Three of Cups is trying to tell you that you make me happy. I'm realizing that you make me happy. I'm realizing that anytime you're around me, I feel my life feels easier, it feels brighter. It makes me want to, move forward, basically. Okay. So the universe is making him realize this. All right. The universe, a higher power, is making him realize that he does truly love you, and he does truly miss you, and he feels that, that hole, the fact that you're not there anymore. Okay, it feels like that absence, that you're not there anymore, and that is kind of, that's the energy that puts him in that Five of Cups energy, the energy of regrets. Okay, the energy of going silent, or trying to pull back his energy, going into a kind of sober reflection. Okay, so you have this responsibility card. So this is a card of excuses. This is a card of excuses. These are the excuses he gives to himself to stall himself. Okay, the excuses of, oh, we are different. There are differences. There are things. There are obstacles that is making me stay away from you. I have to really focus on my money. So the money on is not just it's not just an excuse. Anyways, is one of the blocks, one of the things that keeps him away from you. The fact that he needs to focus on his money. Okay, he needs to focus on, paying his bills. He needs to focus on taking care of his family. So if he has responsibilities, then he needs to make money. So he needs to focus on making money instead of allowing, whatever he feels for you to pull him down. Okay. So he's trying to sometimes numb himself, make himself forget how he feels towards you, not get too caught up on the fact that he misses you because he has bills to pay and he has to make money, so he's trying to focus. Okay, so these are the the drawbacks. But apart from that, this is somebody who thinks about you a lot and who feels your absence more than okay. So these are the messages that I can pick up from his energy. All right. All right. So um I miss him so much. I really do. He no longer puts me on D and D, and he hasn't changed his number like he threatened. What happened between you guys though? But I just want to hear from him. Well, I don't think it's my job to reach out this time. Yes, he always said that, and him needing to help his sister. Okay. Have you guys ever worked together? Have you guys ever worked together? So you have three of pentacles and then you have eight of cups. Three of pentacles to eight of cups is like um having something to do, you know, either this is either a card of friendship or a card of working together, but someone walked away. It means that between these two, something happened in the middle. Okay. So this is what happens. The devil, and what is the devil here? Interesting. Interesting. Um, so it's funny because when you do readings like this, you may not always be able to pick up the exact thing that happened in the physical realm, but you can pick up what actually happened in the spiritual realm, okay, or in the energetic realm. So some kind of toxic energy is what actually happened between you guys, right? Some kind of toxicity here, okay? Maybe a toxic habit, okay? Hold on. I want to see something. Okay, okay. Were you guys actually dating? Because this card doesn't really, you know. So under the deck, this kept coming out under the deck. It means that you guys have some kind of connection and feelings towards each other, right? Even if it was not admitted, because this energy is the energy of friendship or the energy of being colleagues, okay? One of the two, okay? But then this guy loves you, but then there is something about him. He's soft, but he has another, like, he is a soft this is the type of person that can switch from love to hatred, by the way, okay? Because you have the lovers, you have the devil card. Okay? The lovers and the devil card, they are almost the same thing. Okay? But in the lovers card, you have the man and the woman hugging each other. You have the man and the woman coming in harmony. But in the devil's card, you have the two people, the man and the woman, being shamed and the devil being, you know, uh, in the middle of them, signifying some kind of toxic habit, some kind of toxic behavior, right? Um, um, and he was the one that appeared on the devil. But hold on, I want to pull one more card. Okay. If you guys did not work together before, then this is somebody who is very, very focused on his work and money. Okay. So I really do not see any serious thing happening between you guys, other than the fact that there were wrong words being spoken, harsh words in here, and one person trying to weaponize their softness. Okay, I feel it's him. Okay, he's soft, but he's also like a little bit toxic with his softness. Like this is somebody who you would think this person is soft, but um, they may use their charm. I don't know how to put it. Okay, this is somebody that's capable of using his charm to trap you. Okay, the fact and trap himself in the process. Okay, so um, this guy can use like his softness, his charm, or whatever to try to manipulate you or try to you know I don't know how to put it, but I'm going to give an example. Just hold on. Let me get the real example out. Okay. 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 So somebody may try to tell you, oh, I'm being honest, may try to make you seem like, oh, this is who I am. Um, um, this and that happened. This is what I think, stuff like that. Maybe just making a random statement. But then they are not just making a random statement. They are trying to use that statement to make you trust them so that maybe subsequently you will trust them even if they are doing something different. If that makes sense, okay? It's not all that malicious, but I feel like he's somebody who would want to manipulate you with his charm. And when that doesn't work, you know, um, they may switch, okay? And also I feel like he's passive aggressive. Yeah, he's passive aggressive. Well, if you want you guys to reconcile, you really 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 want that reconciliation, you can light a pink candle on him, okay? Or light a candle of reconciliation on him, okay? Yeah. So he's a very manipulative person. He's a very manipulative person. He can go the extra mile to manipulate, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's his drawback. He can go an extra mile if he is out to manipulate somebody. Okay, he loves you, but this looks like a twisted energy, and it looks like he's a little bit toxic with that energy. That makes sense. Oh, you got a sweetening spell done. So when you showed up in his place, were you wrong or what happened? Like, so he texted you something, right? When you showed up in his place, was he telling the truth? Was he telling the truth when you showed up in his place? No, he had a GPS. He was going somewhere. He was trying to push me away to go some. I don't understand it. All right. Um, I hope it works out for you. Um, I hope. But I would say, let him be the one to come towards you. If there's any, you know, you guys love each other. I don't think anybody's admitting it now, but he's admitting it to himself. He's not telling you about it. But for anything to happen between you guys, he needs to come out and say it to your face, right? So yeah, let him be the one to say it to your face. All right. So thank you so much for your donations. Really appreciated. So hi T, thank you so much for your donation. Hi. Thank you so much for your donation. What is your question? I got a reading the other day, and just like you said, Colonel did make a small movement towards me. I was wondering, do you know I cannot even remember your reading? It's funny, but I can't. I know I did the reading for you, but I cannot remember what the reading was again. I was wondering if he's thinking about coming towards me. All right, so let's get into that. Heart. So you have the Three of Swords for your first card. All right. Um, this is his next action towards you, by the way. Okay, dating. But there are also blocks. Okay, there are blocks. Three of Swords for your for your first card. I feel like that was verified by the Moon card. All right, so I feel like it may be distracted by someone else, maybe a third party here. Maybe talking, there may be a third party who could be dating, it could not be dating, right? It may be anyone, um, but hidden. There's somebody influencing. What I mean to tell you is that there's somebody influencing this energy between you guys, or standing as a block between you guys. All right, and this person is in the shadows, and that is why the Three of Sword came out for the first card. That is a very strong message. Okay, so um his feelings towards you have not changed a bit. He still loves you. Um, still loves you, but his feelings are very controlled. Um, I feel like he's keeping his feelings under wrap. I do feel like he's standing in stubbornness. Okay, so he's being rigid and stubborn right now, not showing how he feels towards you, but his feelings towards you didn't change. Okay, so these are blockages. These are also him trying to um you know he's defensive. All right, so towards you it looks like he's defensive. It also looks like somebody is trying to pull him away from you as well. Okay, and Eight of Cups, I do not see him coming towards you yet. I don't. Okay, I don't see him coming towards you yet, but um next action towards you, dating. So you have this dating card, you have new love options back in the market, but this energy shows that is going to come towards you. There's going to be like another um another chance between you guys. Okay, where it will come back to this connection, but this influence needs to leave for him to actually come back towards you. So for now, this is a later energy. Okay, for now I feel like his energy doesn't look like he's coming towards you for now. In fact, it's the Eight of Cups. This is the walking away energy. So I feel like he's definitely very, very guarded, towards you right now. Okay, and he's entering that phase. He's on that phase of solitude and indecision. Yeah. So whoever this person is, so let me just tell you something. So one thing I notice about this energy, as I read the energy, okay, because I did see the high priestess, and when the high priestess is coming out, the moon is coming out, and this three of swords, it just definitely means that there is somebody else, and that person looks spiritual, or that person looks manipulative or controlling. And then when this is surrounding him and this is surrounding him, it just tells me that there may be another person or another woman that is that may be aware of you, though, aware of you, and trying her best to keep him so that he's not going to come towards you. Okay, so that's the energy I got from this reading. All right. So, what is your next question? Do you know I'm not seeing your message? Hold on. Honestly, I don't know. I'm so confused on what happened. I feel okay. So, what's your second question? I guess my next question: did I make this situation worse by removing him from my social media? Okay. Did you make the situation worse by removing him from the social media accounts? Yes, you did. Yeah. Ooh. He actually like, oh my gosh. So it's like when you remove him from, it's not everybody, it's not, see, when you're dating someone, let me just tell you something today. Just know in case you don't know, if you're dating a man and you love him, no matter the argument you guys have or maybe the quarrel you guys have, if you're still interested in that man, do not delete. No, no, they will not know you deleted their number. Do not block them on WhatsApp or on social media. Once you block them, it worsens stuff and it makes them feel like you are done. Okay, a lot of people like interpret blocking as you are done. Okay, so that is how it felt. So you have um the Knight of Pentacles, and that Knight of Pentacles coming out with the Three of Swords. It means stuck, being stuck, not moving forward or backward. Something stuck, standing on a place like no closure, right? And then you have Three of Swords. That pained him a lot, broke his heart even. Okay, made him go silent with the Four of Swords. It made him go more silent on you, and Three of Cups. It's made him, focus. So he started focusing on someone else. So it felt like you are really, really like done, and you don't want to have anything to do with him. Okay, so honestly, so you have this. How did you feel about the block? You have this card. It's called Inferno, and what's written here? Oh my gosh! Sorry, let me lock my window. Hold on, please. So you have this card. Um, so chaos. This is chaos, job loss, energy, everything crumbling. So it's like, you know you destroying everything, what is left of your relationship with him. Like it broke something in him. All right. So it felt like you're no longer interested, you are actually done, and you know you should look for somebody to actually help with his broken heart. So I feel like he's on a rebound right now. Okay. So yeah, whatever you did, that blocking actually worsened the situation. It's all the same thing. You just unfollow them. That means you guys are not like following each other, which is the same thing. Oh well, if that was your decision, then you shouldn't worry about it. If that was your decision, I'm always big on, but whatever you did with the social media stuff made him feel like it's over, like you're no longer interested in him, broke his heart. I don't feel like you did anything wrong. Okay, yeah. Even if somebody is not, my philosophy when it comes to love is, if somebody loves you, they should come out and say it. If the person is not coming out and saying anything, then sorry about that. Hello? Yeah. Okay. So I don't think you did anything wrong. If somebody loves you, they should come and tell you. If they're not telling you, then whatever you do to protect yourself from that situation is not a bad thing. Okay. I made sure he decided to stop seeing me to pursue someone else. It's unfair to lead me on and still interact with me while entertaining someone else. So I feel like there are. So hold on. Let me just take care of this. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Um, I'm back. Okay. So how you handle people like that? But it takes a lot of strength to be able to handle people like that. When it comes to love, when it comes to relationship, it's always a game. It's always a game, and people will always have options, right? Until you become their only option. But there are ways you can actually protect yourself without being like maybe offensive or immature or whatever, right? Without seeming that way to the other person. So if maybe somebody comes into your life, and for me, the first thing is you have to define the relationship. Someone coming towards you, calling you, asking you out and all that. At some point, if the person is not saying anything, you have the right to ask the person, like, what is this? What is this? Are we just friends, or what is this? You have the right to ask. If you do not want to ask the person, you can also draw the person out by, pulling back your energy from that person. If that person is really serious with you, or that person really has feelings for you, because you've pulled back your energy and they want more of you, they will be forced to come out in the open and say what they want, right? So if you've done all that, so if you've done the first trying to define the relationship by asking the person, and they did not give you any tangible answer, or you pull back your energy and the person still is not telling you anything, and they are still trying to get close to you, take you on dates and trying to be nice, then if you are, for strong-minded people, or people who have learned these skills and evolved while doing it, what you do to those kind of people is you friend zone them. And what does it mean to friend zone somebody? It means that you do not talk to them regularly. If they text you, you will decide whether to text them back or not. If they ask you out, like maybe they want to meet up with you, you decide whether you want to meet up with them or not. Sometimes you can just give an excuse and not go. Like, don't take them seriously. Act like it. The way you treat people, acquaintances that you don't care about. You know, you if you want to talk to them only when you're bored. You want to go out with them only when you're bored, and to make yourself happy. Once you start doing that, for people who are very stubborn, once you start doing that, they usually would either break or stop talking to you. In either way, you win, because if the person breaks, they tell you how they feel about you. They define the relationship. If they don't break, they stop talking to you, and you save yourself, you know, heartbreak. Okay, so that's what brought up. Okay, so let me read what you said. I did. That's what brought this about. Okay, he told me that he thought I was. Oh, he told me that he thought it was best to stop seeing each other. Oh, but still keep entertaining me. Yeah, when some people tell you that, it means that they want to play with you. Okay, it means that they don't want to be serious, even if they have feelings for you or not. They are deciding not to take you seriously. And what you do from that people is that you detached. Okay. And he already told you that you guys should stop seeing each other. So him coming around you in such way, even though he's told you that, it means that he would keep you as a friend with benefit if you let him. So um he will date you if he lets him, but on seriously. And when anything happens at the end of the day, he will tell you, but I told you that we should start seeing each other. That's a man who doesn't want to take responsibilities for his action and who doesn't want to be accountable. Okay, so like I said before, you removing him from your social media, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Okay, you just broke his ego because he wants to continue to use you to satisfy himself, even though he has feelings for you, he doesn't want to, come up and tell you those feelings. Okay, now he's trying to blame you for, removing him from your social media. He has no right to do that. All right, but just so you know, whatever you did to him broke him. All right, so yeah, you did. And you didn't do anything wrong, just so you know. All right, you did the right thing. Even you did the right thing. you know if that was the way he moved with you, then you did the right thing. If it was somebody you dated, okay, that had already told you, oh, okay, let's be in a relationship, and you guys had a misunderstanding and you deleted the person from your social media, I would say you didn't move right. But in this case, you did move right. Okay, so that's just it. So what's your third question? Hi Lisa, how are you doing? Thank you so much for your donation. Should I explain to him why I chose to put boundaries between us? No, you shouldn't. I feel bad for basically ghosting him. No, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do it. He doesn't deserve it. But let's look at the cards. All right. Should you explain to him why you chose to put a boundary between you guys? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Is this you or him? This three of swords. Someone is totally heartbroken. He's, oh my god. I can't believe this. Why do why is he heartbroken though? You see your cards are repeating. These three cards came out before. Oh, interesting. 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 You have the three of swords, you have the eight of cups, you have the six of swords. This guy is manipulative. And then you have three of cups. His energy blames you for nothing. And you have the six of wands. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because there is a part of him that likes to conquer women. All right. Um, know you're heartbroken, okay? But let me tell you something. It was a kind of power play. Yeah, it's a power play. This guy is, I feel like he does this to other people. Okay? Um, Regardless of whether he has feelings or not. These are this people who act like this are usually people who has been hurt in the past. Okay? Um and then you have this card, you have infatuation, denial, obsession, attraction. That is your energy, by the way. Okay, and then you have avoidance, which I feel this is energy. Avoidance, okay, in hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. So I feel like this is how it moves with women. Tell a woman, oh, I don't think we should continue to see each other, and then you give them attention. You try to date them without their consent, right? After telling them you do not want to have anything with them anymore, okay? And then after that, you try stalking the person, because I did see that he's stalking you as well. So you try stalking the person because why? Because you want to use the person, like you want the person to love you. Okay, so this was the game he pulled with you. He wanted you to love him, he wanted you to be obsessed with him, he wanted to confuse you, he wanted you to be the person that runs after him. He feels validated by doing this, right? He feels like, he feels very successful when he does this, very happy. It feels like his charm, he has much, it feeds his ego when this happens, right? But you did not respond to that way, even though you felt that way. You felt that love, you know, you felt like you wanted to please him. But at the end of the day, you removed him from a social media account because it was confusing you. That was not the energy it was used to getting from other women when he pulls this prank on them. And because of that, when you removed him from your social media, that actually broke him. All right, that broke him, that made him feel disappointed, and his response to that, his energetic response to that, was to move away from you, continue to to not talk to you, continue to not reach out, like try to not reach out, not make you feel like, oh, I'm gone. You tell me you're done, I'm gone, and you will feel my absence. And when you feel my absence, you will be moved. And when you feel my absence, you'll be moved to reach out to me. This is also, some kind of ploy to make you reach out so that he can avoid you. This is a power play, okay? So I'm not, disputing the fact that he loves you. He does love you, but he's used to suppressing that feelings and playing games. Okay. I don't know why he does this, but you're sure not the only person he has done it to, right? And yes, he's engaging with someone else, but whatever you did to him really, really cost, an inner turmoil within him. Okay. So should you reach out to him? No, you shouldn't reach out to him, because if you reach out to him, you'll be responding in the way he wants you to be, to respond. What you should do next is to try to date someone else. Or make yourself busy and you know, try to forget him for now. If he decides to come back towards you, it will define the relationship. It will define, you guys can talk. If you still want him back, you can tell him what you don't like. He can define the situation, turn it into a relationship and all that. But if you reach out to him, he may most likely not talk to you or tell you anything worthwhile, because it will feel like whatever he's doing is working, or is working on you, if that makes sense. And I feel like your feelings towards him was a little bit manipulated by him as well. Okay. So, so you ghosted him. You did the right. Honestly, you did do the right thing. You did do the right thing. If someone loves you, the right thing to do is to tell you they love you. If they're not telling you they love you, then what are they doing, right? If they're not moving right towards you, then you have the right to react the way you want to react and not feel bad about it. So do not feel bad about your reaction. Okay? Stay silent, do not reach out to him. If he needs you, let him reach out to you. If he doesn't need you, he continue moving on, then let it be. Let it be. But if he comes back needing your energy, you need to make him um, um, you need to make him accountable and responsible and put a definition on the relationship between you guys, if that makes sense. So I hope this helps and thank you so much for your donation. It's highly appreciated. Okay. And I wish you all the best in your love life. And I also pray that you meet someone that will give you exactly what you deserve. All right. All right. Elisa, how are you doing? Hey, hey, how are you? How's Cash feeling? Went to a bar that I didn't exactly invite him to, but was hoping he was coming anyways. He didn't show up. I think he might have been relaxing. Is everything good? Just worried I'm being annoying or something. So how is he feeling? Um, I don't know what's you know. So you have the Six of Swords. It's a little bit you have the Hermit card. It's a little bit pulled back from you right now, or his feelings are kept hidden in some way. Somehow it feels like you're playing with him as well. He's worried the way you're worried as well. I feel like you guys need to really talk to each other. You have the Two of Swords, you have the Six of Wands, okay, and then you have the Four of Cups here. What's the overall feeling here? Why is it feeling this way? Overall reason why it feels this way. Okay. So, um, Ten of Cups. So it wants happiness. It don't want happiness. It wants a stable relationship between you guys. He deeply, deep down inside of him, he wants to date you. Deep down inside of him, he wants to ask you out. He wants to, take you out. I don't feel like he really knows how to, achieve this. Okay, I do not feel like he really know what he does feel like he doesn't know what a healthy relationship is though. Okay, how to go about all these things. He feels confused about it. You see, you have the Ace of Pentacles under the deck. This is the energy of, it's like a new beginning, offering you something. So he does want a very successful, fruitful, happy relationship between you guys. More than friends, okay? So he wants to be more than friends. He wants to be in a relationship with you. But it feels like, it's type the way I am seeing him, I perceive him in this reading is he has to feel safe for him to actually open up in that way towards you. For him to tell you, okay, this is what I want. I want us to be in a relationship. He sees you as somebody who is not really, 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 emotionally stable when it comes to that. Like the signals, to him, your signals feels like you may be playing, or you may have this player attitude, okay, like you're playing games. To him, that's how he feels. Okay, so because of that, that's how it perceives you. So that is making him pull back his energy a little bit as of now. Okay, so he's pull back in his energy, is sober reflecting, and he may be a little bit disappointed by how the dynamic of you guys, how you guys' dynamic is. Okay, and also he may be reflecting on a past breakup. So he's very, very sensitive. He's a very sensitive person. Slight, I don't know. It seems like little things affect him a lot. So when he gets that vibe from you, it reminds him of how he felt in his last relationship. It reminds him of, that breakup energy, the pain, the hurt, and he starts getting scared. All right. So one of his fears is falling in love and not getting the same in return. Falling in love and somebody actually disappointing him and breaking his heart is one of the biggest fear and drawbacks in this situation. Okay. Yeah, you guys are still texting each other, but his feelings, where his feelings is at, that's what I'm telling you. So it may not be, if his feelings are withdrawn, pulled back, and I can tell that he watches you a lot, like how you. I want you to present yourself as, you know, a very, you know, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it, but I don't know how to describe it. You're scared. Yeah, I get you. You're scared, he's scared. So if you guys are scared together, what will happen? What will be the outcome? What will be the outcome if you're scared and he's scared and everybody's scared? Look, if you want to fall in love, fall in love. What's the worst thing that can happen? You get hurt and then you move on, basically. Okay? But fall in love if you want, if you wish to. It's better to fall in love than to regret not falling in love later. Okay? But fall in love with common sense. Two people who are scared won't get anywhere. Come to the scared party. Oh my gosh. See, let me tell you. Let's just take him out of this. Even if we take him out of the the equation, right? Let me just tell you something. Never you show your fears as a woman. If you want to look very attractive, okay, as a woman, never you show your fears to the guy. Don't. Even if you're scared that, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure if this person, always position yourself as that woman. See, let me tell you, always position yourself as that woman of grace, that woman that anyone can come to and talk to, tell their feelings to without being judged. Always position yourself as that woman that will say yes today, yes tomorrow, yes next tomorrow. Do you understand? Even if you feel no, still say yes. Because when you position yourself as somebody who says yes to the yes, like I'm not saying yes to everything, right? What I'm saying is, for example, let me give you an example. If, okay, maybe a guy had a discussion with you today, okay, and maybe you guys had a discussion about your relationship, where your relationship is going, and the guy asked you, do you love me? And you say, I'm just giving an example, and you say yes, okay, then everything was going good, you said yes. If that guy asks you tomorrow, do you love me? And he happens to not be giving you any attention at that point in time, and then you say no, and then next tomorrow the person comes again and asks you, do you love me? Maybe the person is giving you some kind of attention and you say yes, and then the next day the person comes and asks you, do you love me? And you say no. The man will actually associate you to being emotionally unstable, like he cannot trust you. Do you understand? But if someone comes to you today and say, do you love me? And you say yes, they're giving you love at that point in time, you say yes. The next day, you guys had a misunderstanding, and then they ask you, do you love me? And you say yes. The next day, the person asks you, do you love me? And you say yes, even though the person is not giving you attention. That person will associate you to being a very, emotionally stable person, as somebody who is not easily influenced by a situation. And that person is likely to depend on you because that person feels like you are not like easily moved by what is happening in the environment. It means that you're trustworthy. It means that your feelings do not depend on maybe how the next person treats you. If you just like somebody or something, you just like the person, that doesn't mean that you are a foolish person. Do you understand? So, what I'm saying is always position yourself as that woman, that positive woman that is mentally and emotionally stable at all times. Meaning that if you have doubts about someone, don't let that doubt affect how you treat the person. Because if you allow it to affect how you treat the person will interpret you as somebody who is emotionally unstable. Do you understand? It's just like so you are a mother, right? When you have your child, you are a mother, right? You have a child. What makes that child feel like you are a safe place is because even when the child misbehaves, you still love them. Even when the child no when the child is sick, you still love them. When the child, you know, is giving you love, you still love them. When your child is not giving you love, you still love them. It means that you are emotionally stable towards that child, right? That is what I want you to be. Be that woman. If you can master that woman, okay, that you treat people, especially people you love, okay, you treat them, the way you treat them reflects your feelings towards them almost at all times, most times, regardless of whether they are giving you attention or anything at that point in time, right? But that doesn't make you foolish. That doesn't mean you will be foolish, okay? You can also have boundaries. If the person is not treating you right, you can use withdrawal. You can use the withdrawal method to allow the person to realize that, you're not going to stand for this and that. Okay, but in the process of doing that, don't give the person the impression that you are emotionally unstable. If you give anybody, whether a man or a woman, the impression that you are emotionally unstable, it will make them to pull back from you, and it will make them scared of you. Okay, and that is why, if you're trying to have a relationship with a man, even though the man is not giving you that definite yes, or that that attention, still be nice towards the man. Okay, still have your feelings towards the man, even though you do not always express them. Okay, but what I'm saying is that be that stable person, because at the end of the day, when he makes a decision to choose, you automatically be the type of person he would choose. And apart from that, people will gravitate towards you. People gravitate towards you more when you are emotionally stable, and when you have that balance between your mental state and your emotional state. Okay, so that's just how it is. It's just like you looking up to a mentor. A mentor is somebody that is always appearing stable. Okay, whether you are unstable or not, the mentor is always stable. Whether you are exhibiting some kind of unstable attitude or not, the mentor is always stable, but the mentor will lay down ground rules. Okay, be like that. When you be like that as a woman, it means you start appearing to people as a woman of grace. You start appearing to people as a very attractive person, and people will naturally like to come to you when you position yourself in such way. It's not pretense, it's you learning a skill. When you learn that skill, it puts you above most women. Okay, so that's what I feel. I kind of let my emotions get the better of me sometimes. That is very bad. You have to learn how to control your emotions, even if you're angry or you're sad. Okay, even if you're angry or you're sad, learn how to control your emotions. um when I say learn how to control your emotions, learn how to express it, or learn how to keep it inside sometimes, depending on where you are. So learn how to read learn how to read the environment. You get hungry, or you see something that actually triggered you. Let's use that. You are in a place, you saw something or heard something that triggered you. Now, the first thing to ask yourself is, where am I? Am I in a place where if I blow up is okay? If you're in a setting where if you blow up is not okay, then you should not blow up. You should be able to control your feelings. Okay? Ask yourself, if I express my feelings at this point in time, will the other person think I'm immature? If the other person will think you're immature because of the situation, the timing, and everything, then do not express your feelings. Okay, at that point in time, learn how to know when to express your feelings, how to express your feelings, when not to express your feelings. Okay, and also another power move as a woman that makes you very attractive is learn how to keep your feelings to be expressed later. That is a power move. Even honestly, in anything you do, that is a very bold and strong move, especially for a woman. Women are always looked upon as people who overreact, who, you know, are very emotional and let their feelings get the better of them. And that is why when men talk, they say, oh, she's just a woman, she's a woman. That's how women behave. But if you can keep your feelings to be expressed later, oh my gosh, you will be very powerful. Like, it means that it means that if someone annoys you now, you can decide to say, okay, I'm not going to react to this now. Let me get what let me focus on important things that are important to my life first before I decide how to respond to this thing that was done to me. Right? So you're saying, okay, I'm not going to focus on the unimportant yet. I have other important things to do. I have a bigger fish to fry. And then you concentrate on what you have to do. Then later, it can take months. For me, sometimes it can take months, it can take even a year. I can look, if I want to react to something, and that's a very dangerous move. If I want to react to something, someone does something to me today, I may pretend not to see it today. Okay? I may pretend not to see it today. If I have other things I need to focus on, and I feel like if I react, it's going to affect me or affect the next person or what I'm doing at that point in time, then I will decide to not react and focus on what I'm doing. Then later, when I feel like I've gotten all the important things out of the way, then I can now sit down and think about what was done. Okay, why did this person say such a thing to me? What could actually make this person say this to me? What could the person be going through at that time? Did this person did this on purpose or said this on purpose? That's how my mind works. Once I actually come to a conclusion that okay, this person did it on purpose, then I can now decide now, how do I want to react to this? Do I want to go and tell this person or, call this person's attention to it? And, do I want to let it slide? Do I want to respond? How do I, need to respond to, such and such? Once you can do that, you can actually be able to handle a man and you will always appear stable to other people, and that will help them or make them gravitate towards you. Okay, if you use that techniques in relationship, it works a lot. I wish it would be more bold. I just feel like he waits for an invitation, bold and boisterous, and would rather show my love outwardly. Well, for me, I don't think, because I've been reading him, it's not all men that are bold, just so you know. Okay. And it's not all women that wait for men to ask them out. Some women manipulate the men into asking them out. But in all, you need to know who you're dealing with and how to handle them. Okay. I'm totally used to those techniques and definitely reflect. I'm kind of like fire. All right. So, what does he wish to say to you now that is not saying? So, we're going to use the hidden love message oracle cards for that, and maybe one tarot card. So, what does he wish to say to you that is not saying now? What does he wish to say to you that is not saying now? Ooh, hold on. What does he wish to say to you that is not saying now? All right, you have disagreements I wish you understood how I feel. So this talks about him feeling like you guys don't understand each other, or you do not understand him at this point in time, right? Yeah. So there is the energy of um, him feeling like either you do not understand him or he doesn't understand you right now. Okay. So the way you're feeling is funny. You're waiting for him to talk. He's kind of waiting for you to talk or to get some kind of green light from you. Unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. Yes, it feels like there are a lot of things left unsaid between you and him. Okay, and nobody's bringing up those issues. Nobody's talking about all those things right now. Okay, so um, he wants to talk about what he wants to talk about what he's not being clear about. He wants you guys to talk about what you're not being clear about. He wants you guys to put a tag, define. Is yearning for definition of the relationship, wanting to define the relationship, wanting to get all those confusion out of the way. Okay, um and this is what's under the deck. You have daydreaming. I am always longing for you. This is somebody who always thinks about you, who always fantasizes about you. Okay, makes those dreams about you, and is confused. So he has all this daydreaming about you, all these fantasies about you, thinking about you a lot, but he's confused on where he stands. You are confused on where you stand. It feels like you guys need to talk about stuff. You guys need to talk about a lot of things. You guys need to define this relationship. But the problem is nobody is coming up to actually talk about these things. So he's actually confused. Okay, and then you have gossip, you have I am afraid what other people would think. So he's also thinking about, he has thought about you a lot and dating a lot, okay? So he may be also concerned about maybe what his family or some of his friends will say about your relationship. I am feeling like um his family is a very big deal in here, okay? How um they will see you, what they will say about your relationship generally. Okay, so that is one of the drawback. That may be one of his fears as well. Okay, but this is somebody who really, really, really wants to put a tag on your relationship. Okay, so you have broken, and this says I feel shattered about the situation. So you may not know, but this is affecting him a lot. So let me just give you the summary of this. Okay, the summary of this is hi Lisa. I just wanted to let you know that I think about you all the time. I have a lot of feelings for you. I feel really peaceful when I'm with you. I feel like you're part of me, and I cannot stop thinking about you. I cannot stop longing for you. However, there are some things you do that I do not understand. Maybe the way you behave, the way the signals you give to me, I do not understand them, and it feels like something is not aligning between the both of us. We are not talking about, what is actually going on here. I really need to put a tag on this. I really need to understand what we are doing. I really need to know where you stand. Okay, I really need to put a name on this relationship. I feel like there are a lot of things we need to talk about, a lot of things we need to discuss about this relationship, a lot of we really need to make a decision here about this relationship, where I stand, where you stand in this relationship. And you don't know how this really affects me. This affects me a lot. It makes me feel sad. Okay, not knowing where I stand in this connection, not knowing where this connection is heading to. And also I have some confusion about what I really, really, really what decision I want to take in this situation, because I feel like um, um, people around me are going to say things, especially my family, and I don't know how they are going to feel about this relationship, whether they are going to accept this relationship or not. Okay, but I haven't given up yet, because I do have a lot of feelings for you, and I know that we can actually work things out. And this is where this card comes in. Okay, this card says hope. This is like the star card. I haven't given up on us yet. Okay, so he's still hoping that things get aligned between the both of you. He's still hoping that you guys find a way around it. He's still hoping that you guys will come together and talk about it. Um, you know, and really deal with, like, these are issues to him. This is a very big deal for him, and um he really needs to get this out of the way. But the thing is, he's not even saying this about you, but this is what is, he's not even saying this to you, okay? But this is what he's thinking. Sometimes when he stays silent, or when he acts in some way, I am hearing nonchalant. When he acts not nonchalant, sometimes this is how he really feels, okay? So I hope this helps, and I feel like you may want to manifest him to open up, to feel safe enough to open up to you about all these things. Okay, I don't trust him. Like, he's gonna rear me, he's gonna run me over. He has to go all the time. And what if he doesn't run you over? He wants me to be the leader, and it's so annoying. You cannot be the one telling him this. Like, you cannot be the one defining the relationship, because he already told you before that he's not looking into a relationship. So let him come up and tell you he wants you in a relationship. That will make more sense. Please give me a minute, Lisa. All right, I'm back. He confuses me with his actions. Like, it takes forever to make decisions, and I'm pretty straightforward about what I want and maybe I don't want. I'm back. Please ignore the background noise. I don't know. People are making noise around. Okay. Okay. So, will you ask you out anytime soon? So you have the Nine of Swords, you have Nine of Wands, you have Page of Wands, the World card, and then the Strengths. Strengths. Like I said, if you can get into another setting apart from clubs, you guys can have a conversation, like in a very relaxed setting, you know, no no pressure, no pain, no hurt, just regular conversations. Okay. So yes, it looks like the next 1 to 3 weeks, if I'm to be honest. Okay. It's very interested in asking you, like this torment. This see, it torments his soul. This whole thing makes him worried. Okay, and it makes him keep remembering the past like he's about to get heartbroken. It means that this person truly, truly, truly has feelings for you, deep feelings for you, and is worried how this is going to end. But yeah, he hasn't tried yet. Okay, he hasn't tried yet. So yes, I do see him asking you out soon. Timeline looks like 1 to 3 weeks. We went to the movie No Drinks yesterday. Oh yes, interesting. Interesting. That is a move in the right direction. All right. So more settings like that, translates to dates. All right. So yeah, I feel like he's definitely going to ask you out. He definitely have feelings for you, even though he's hiding them. You do not know how much feelings he has for you because he hides those feelings. Okay. Um, he is uncertain about how you feel as well. So he doesn't know where you stand. He doesn't know where you stand. So how is he going to ask you out? He's going to ask you out when you're not expecting this. Okay. So he's going to ask you out. I feel ninth time when you're not expecting this. Um, Maybe during the next full moon. Okay. Or the next new moon. And the next new moon or the next full moon. Okay. This is not going to be planned. It's not going to plan it because it's going to come up suddenly. It's going to come up suddenly, and he didn't plan it. He didn't plan it. He's just going to get it out basically. One of um one evening when you guys go out, okay, it's just going to say it to you basically. So because this is actually disturbing him a lot. All right. So yeah, that's what I see. So the answer to your question is yes, yes, yes. He's definitely going to, ask him out. He's definitely going to take the bull by the horn and ask you out, and it's going to come up suddenly, if that makes sense. All right. So that's what I see. I hope that helps, and thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much. Um, Is the word like a full circle moment? Yes, it is. Okay, is a full circle moment is like wish fulfillment in this case. Is a point where the relationship gets to its peak, where it's supposed to go to, and it needs strength to do that. In this situation, it has to do with asking you out. This is a communication card. This is the impulsive energy, the energy that just does it without actually planning it. But then it's not that impulsive because he's had this in his mind for a long time, right? So he's been thinking about this for a very long time. But then he's going to act impulsively because when he gets it out, it wouldn't be like he planned it from home. So maybe when you guys are just out together one night, he will just impulsively mention it, okay? And then that is when the relationship comes to its full fulfillment where it's supposed to be, basically, okay? And it needs that boldness, that strength to actually open up about it, which is going to do. All right, so this is the situation where it's going to ask you out. All right, I was hoping he'd come to the bar when I told him where I was. I was like 15 minutes away from him. He didn't come because he wasn't happy. He's a bit bored with going to the bar every time with you. Okay, he's a bit bored with you guys just getting along and the relationship is not getting to where it needs to be. You know that energy, all right? Um, yeah. Okay. I met some cool people though. Yeah, keep on meeting people. It's great. It's great. Meet people, socialize with people, you know, that's just good. I don't know why people try to get other people drunk in the bar. Like, yeah, I don't know. It happens a lot. I think they tried to sleep with me. Ooh, I'm like, nope. Walk to my car. Wow, that's that was wild. That was wild. So, I hope you're getting more stable at work. Um, and I hope other things are going well for you. But that's not nice. I think the last time I went to a club, someone was also trying to get me drunk. I think people do it on purpose. Yeah. I think two people tried to get me drunk when I the last time I went to the club, but I'm not a big drinker and I'm not really into all those shots and all, and so no one can get me drunk if I don't want to. Right? I never go. Truth is, let me say one fun fact: I've never gotten drunk in my life. That's because I want to be in control of myself at all times. Okay, because some people are really, really evil. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps, Lisa, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for your donation. Highly appreciated. Um, I work tomorrow. I should go to sleep. Okay. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for supporting me and the channel. You are always, always appreciated, and I'm gonna see you later. All right. Have a beautiful night rest or morning rest. Okay. And enjoy your weekend. All right.